Excellent!
What's up, everybody? Big Swede here. Once again, thanks for joining me. So today I wanted to do kind of an update video to a video I did a little ways back talking about my YouTube studio and the gear that I use to make my videos. In that video, I talked a lot about, upgrading things over time. If you don't have a lot of money to throw at a bunch of gear right off the bat, you don't need to worry about that. You can make do with what you have. You can make do with a cell phone. You can make YouTube videos and you can do well with it. But over time, you want to upgrade things, a camera, microphones, whatever the case is, save up a little bit of money at a time, piece by piece, bit by bit. You upgrade your stuff and, get it to a level where you're happy with it. And, over the holidays, I did a little bit of upgrading to my studio as well. First thing I did was my desk, my workspace here. Man, never underestimate the benefits of, the furnishings in your studio. If you noticed in that last video, I had my computer and everything set up on like a cheap plastic folding table. Not ideal for a lot of reasons. First of all, I didn't have a lot of space, and then it's a plastic folding table. So, every time I lean on it, it would bend and bow and make creaking noises, and obviously not ideal when you're trying to make videos and capturing audio. So I upgraded my workbench here. So what I did, and I'll roll in some footage so you can see it. I went to IKEA and I bought some drawer units. And then on top of that, I slapped a big ass 96-inch, inch and a half thick wooden countertop. So now I've got a ton of space to work with, nice and sturdy, no issues with bending or anything like that, and it's just much more functional now. So on this end of the desk, I have my computers, my microphone, the stuff that I use for shooting and editing videos. On the other end of the desk, I have my workspace where I can do gun maintenance, and a big open space where I can do my tabletop videos. Set the camera up on the tripod up high, looking down at the table. What I had to do in the past was when I wanted to do tabletop, I had to take my keyboard, my mouse, and everything. I had to move everything out of the way and set up the camera, shoot what I wanted to shoot, and then when I wanted to edit, I had to move everything back. So kind of a pain in the ass to do that. So this setup now, tons of space, nice sturdy workbench, much better. So yeah, don't overlook that kind of stuff when you're looking at your productivity as far as editing down videos and stuff like that. The second upgrade was a Christmas gift. Thanks to my beautiful, lovely wife, I was able to upgrade my camera. As I talked about in the last video, this camera right here, this Canon Vixia, it's the HRF 700, or HFR 700, sorry. This has been kind of the main workhorse of my channel for the last 2 years or so. And I talked about in the last video that I was looking to upgrade this. Thanks to my wife, awesome Christmas present. I got this bad boy right here, the awesome Canon 80D. Much better camera, obviously. One thing to learn about cameras and video, all 1080p is not the same. This camera here shoots 1080p. This camera here shoots 1080p. They're not the same. The video that comes out of this camera is much more clear and crisp than what was coming out here. Now, again, this did me very well for 2+ years. I was happy with the quality, but now that I'm shooting with this, I'm much happier with what's coming out of this. This one came with the 18 to 135 zoom lens here, and let me tell you, for a kit lens, this thing's really awesome. In the past, a lot of the kit lenses that came with cameras weren't that great. This thing is really good, and both me and my wife are into photography for a while. We've got other Canon DSLRs in the house that unfortunately don't shoot video, which is why I was using this. They're just, we use them for photography, and we've invested in some really nice lenses for those cameras. And like I said, this thing is really good. At 18, for shooting my in-studio stuff, this thing is really, really great. At that wide end, I can get the camera close enough to me to pick up good audio, but it's still wide enough to pick up, the decorations and stuff in the background that I want to, get a nice framed shot. So really good. Plus I can reach out to 135 and zoom in on something that's further away if I need to. Will I upgrade that lens somewhere down the line? Yeah, probably. I'll spend a little bit of extra money, pick up a nice L lens. But, again, down the road, piece by piece. Now, speaking of the audio, sitting on top of this Canon 80D is the very, very awesome Rode VideoMic Pro, which was also a gift. A buddy of mine just pretty much gave this to me, almost brand new. He'd used it a couple times, and then it was just sitting in a box, and he knew I was doing, the YouTube stuff. So when I got the camera, he was like, "Hey man, I got this mic. Do you want it?" And, I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? What do you want for it?" And he's like, "Nah, man, just take it. I'm not using it. I know it'll get used with you." So big thanks to my buddy Vin for hooking me up with this awesome microphone. This thing is powered by a 9-volt battery, and the beauty of this mic is the decibel switch here. You can set it to -10, 0, and then plus 20 dB. Now the beauty of that plus 20 dB is it lets you go into the camera settings and turn your audio input way down, and that eliminates a lot of the background noise and hiss that you get from just the onboard mic. These cameras were designed to take pictures. It just so turns out with technology they're able to do video as well, and they do video very well, but they're mainly designed to take pictures, so Canon didn't put a lot of emphasis on the onboard sound. So the preamp in the camera is not the greatest, it's noisy, so when you can turn those audio levels down, it makes a much better product. So you get much cleaner audio coming out of there, so that's what makes this VideoMic Pro really, really awesome. So yeah, if you're looking for an onboard mic for a DSLR type cameraman, look no further than the Rode here. Really, really great. So yeah, there you go, guys. My upgrades that I did to the studio recently. As I said, little by little, piece by piece. I have more upgrades in the works, or on the wish list, if you will. Right now my studio is a garage, as you can see. In the near future, in the next few months, I'm going to be moving, buying a house, and ideally in that new house, I'm going to have a dedicated area set up for the YouTube studio. So, we're going to be able to get some lighting, maybe some soundproofing in there, and set that up as kind of a dedicated studio. And that way I'll be able to control things a little bit better than I can in a garage. But again, like I said, you make do with what you got and make the best videos you possibly can. That is all I got today, guys. As always, if you like what I'm doing, give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay up to date with any new videos we got coming out. I have been doing a lot of snowboarding, and we're going to have some snowboard content coming up here real soon. So until then, we'll catch you next time. Live life and have fun out there.